Kgalagadi December 2024, one of South Africa's preferred transfrontier parks, sharing with Botswana.
Yeah, and on our travels for the last couple of years, everyone who I've spoken to who's been here said it is a definite on a must-see list. So here we are.
And Gravel Travels are taking you to two of the camps. We managed to get in at
Twee Rivieren.
Yes, and Mata. Yeah. So I think without further ado, let's go and check in and see what it's like. Check-in was painless, quick, and with friendly staff. We could see why this park is as popular as it is. Twee Rivieren campsite is but only a stone throw away from the main gate, with a good selection of sites to choose from, and they are all really nice. But we will get into more camp details a little bit later. So we quickly got organized and eagerly set off, as we still had an hour and a half before needing to be back in camp. Truth be told, with the temperatures ranging in the 40 degrees Celsius, chaps, inside the Hilux is a far better option. So besides that, we could not wait to start exploring the park. The park gates open at 5:30 am and closes at 7:30 pm. Now some might argue that that's more than enough time to explore, but just have a look at what we saw in just our short first outing, and we didn't even get to drive all that far. We are back at camp, very relaxed, and with the temperature slightly lower, not much. You can see the clouds are gathering for some sort of thunderstorm coming up. Our first morning at Twee Rivieren camp. After the most peaceful night ever, a quick cup of coffee and we are off again. It stormed and rained the entire night, which now brings even more hope to get those extra special sightings we came all the way here to see. And just as we hoped, not even 5 kilometers from our camp, we came across these intestines in the middle of the road. Clear indication of a kill, and with only a few cars ahead, we were pleasantly surprised by the find. A young leopard, very aloof and well camouflaged. It took a few attempts spotting her, and we were spoiled enough to get her our early rush of nature at its best. The next few hours just flew past as we hardly spoke to one another, just being in awe with the transformation of the landscape, nature and the amazing wildlife, which were all out for their fair share of H2O, whether it was for quenching a thirst, having a bath, or simply using the water's reflection to admire themselves. And all made for even better footage. It almost felt like all came out for a show off, truly making our first full day in the park just super special. Daily thing here, I think it is. They regularly pull these tractor tires behind the bells, grading the cars now, keeping in a good condition. Hence tire pressure being very important here, because not just for getting stuck purposes, you actually cause damage to these roads, and they recommend 1.5 tire pressure. So yeah, something to consider when you come here. Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park is almost 40,000 square kilometers in area, and about 3/4 of this is in Botswana. When entering a Twee Rivieren camp, you have two routes to choose while moving through the park, with some 4x4 loops and turnoffs to other camps, viewpoints and picnic areas, this being Mata and Nosop loops. Now, I would recommend when planning your stay, try and scatter your bookings from south to north and then in reverse again coming back, so you don't end up driving up and down the same route, which is also not the worst of things, because the scenes and game never seem to look the same. But I do think you will get some more time to see the rest of the park instead of driving up and down. So the first half of the day has been fantastic. The second half of the day is almost as bad as what it was yesterday with the heat, and I think everything has just gone into hide mode and look for a bit of shade. And I think we're going to go back and look for a picnic spot, maybe warm something up quickly, have an ice cold refreshment, and then move on. It is the peak season here, and I must be honest, we have not had crowds of people. We've had fantastic sighting so far, and 3, 4, max 5 cars maybe at some places. Very impressed, like this park, something different. Melkvlei picnic spot, one of the picnic spots. Maybe 1.5 to 2 hours drive, depends how many times you stop, from Twee Rivieren on the way to Nosop. That's the loop we're doing today, or we have been doing. They have got an ablution over there. It is all open. You need to be vigilant, obviously. Bra facilities here. What are you making for us there?
I'm making us some sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Seeing that I blew the inverter last night. Top dollar. But it's been a beautiful day so far, I think.
Oh, it has.
It's been fantastic.
It has. And I saw the bird I've been wanting to see all here, which is the Batelier. So
that was fantastic. We've been trying to see that for ever.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Enjoying a quick bite at the picnic area under a tree. Nature keeps on giving. From lizards so fat they are shining to the most amazing bird songs. Entertainment at its best. So after our first official day here at Kgalagadi, Twee Rivieren camp, the conclusion is this place rocks. Absolutely delivers from the start straight through. We did have some spells where it was very dry. I think our fortunate part was that it rained quite a lot last night, so the bird life was absolutely fantastic, or for us it was. Hope you guys enjoyed what we've seen today.
We are planning our day tomorrow because we are on the hunt for owls.
But that's tomorrow's mission. For now, guys, sleep tight. are doing the Leo drill. It is a loop on the Nosop Road. I think it's about 20 k's on Nosop Road, Nosop Loop, and then you turn off to the left, 4x4 route called Leo drill. So you need to get a permit. $182 for the route. You have to get that. If they catch you, apparently there's this hefty fine involved, which makes it a little bit more exclusive, I think, and quite nice. So it really does save you a lot of time having help opening and closing these gates.
Well, have you noticed how amazingly friendly everyone is in this park? Out of all the sand parks, I think the staff are the most friendly and helpful, and just there's such an atmosphere of everyone wants to help everyone and have a good sighting, and I love it.
Our first sighting for the day. It is the same leopard from yesterday and at the same place. Her kill from the day before was hidden right behind her in the bush, and even with us being there taking photos, she was so not perturbed, enjoying the shade before the heat of the day blazes down again. After seeing our very first owl in the wild, about 20 kilometers from Twee Rivieren camp on the Nosop Loop, you will find the turnoff Leo drill loop. Now, this is a 4x4 loop, but most definitely not the extreme top. You will get lots of Kalahari sand and a few humps on the way, but very, very doable. Here we were spoiled with red hartebeest, gemsbok, and some very chirpy feathered friends. After arriving at Octoloni picnic spot, I hope I pronounced that correct. Now, this was not always a picnic spot. This settlement was originally built during the outbreak of World War I, after the South African government who drilled numerous boreholes all along the Iob River to provide their troops with water in the event of South African invasion of Namibia along this route. The government allowed the guards to set up settlements with their families all around the boreholes. Chaps, just look at what they made do with. And you're not even here to feel the brutal heat, and I believe winter is exact opposite. I love these little history lessons. Make me appreciate my tent and my hillock so much more. Chaps, just look at the construction and workmanship. Yes, I do understand it has been refurbished, but let's take a minute and imagine. No electric tools or fancy equipment. These guys dug and built all of this by hand while dealing with the harsh weather, wildlife, and having to make sure there is food on the table at night. Respect. Yeah, down there looks like a possible kraal or something. I'm sure whatever animals were kept in there must have been 2 long legs one side and 2 short legs the other side. That's how you survive living at that sort of angle. Now, while enjoying the old, we chatted to some other travellers who saw lion about 40 minutes from where we were at, and that was just too good not to want to go and see for ourselves. So we quickly packed up and got the highlights going. Just as promised, lion, 2 males, 2 females, enjoying the shade and fresh water, which is still in the deep tracks of the road. This is Kgalagadi. You just never know what is next. And just as we thought we could not be any more surprised, this park makes you stop dead in your tracks. A cheetah, also enjoying the cool of some shade but clearly on the lookout for movement. With so much excitement all in one day, it was time to light a fire, burn some meat and call it a day. Good morning chaps, this is day number 4 for us here at Kgalagadi. So we are about to leave Twee Rivieren, but I just want to give you guys a quick rundown. There's about 30 campsites here. They are all sandy. Not all of them got shade, which you do need when you come here. They have, some of them, if you see at the back, have got little afdakkies where you can put your tent underneath. Rooftop tents obviously won't fit there. They have all got electrical points. They all have water points and bra stands. They are very flat. And like I said, some do have shade. They do have fuel points here. They got air here for your tires. They've got a restaurant, a very nice well stocked shop, and also a bottle store. Very important. The ablutions, I will let the missus do the female side. And did you guys see what it's like?
Listen, girls, there is one thing I will not complain about Kgalagadi. There aren't many things to complain about at all, to be honest, but their ablution facilities are amazing. Plenty to go around. I never had to queue for anything. Spotlessly clean. It gets cleaned every day. Very important, loo rolls get refilled. Oh my gosh, definitely top of the pops as far as all the sand parks we have visited. They have an ironing room. Very important, and they also have a room for doing your laundry. I mean, what more can you ask for?
So Twee camp from Twee Rivieren is about 116 kilometers, and what makes it really interesting is that the rain never stays the same here. You'll be traveling for 5k's and it's red sand, then it's white sand, and now it's become very almost like rocky cliffs on the sides. Holes here is called a homoed. That's Afrikaans. In English it means stay positive, and it's quite ironic because when you come here to the Kgalagadi, when you see sightings, you see absolutely fantastic sightings. And when you see nothing, you need to homut. It's one of those things. It's you know, we've had yesterday one of the campers actually pulled in their bus last night, and the lady said, yo, they're here for a whole week. They drove the one afternoon and pretty much didn't see much, and we still said no. It boils down to this homut. When you come here, you need to stay determined and keep on looking, because when you see these sightings, they're just absolutely fantastic. But you do get hours of scorching heat and nothingness. But homut, chaps, homut. Now this sighting is almost as special as our owl sighting, because this beautiful Cape Cobra in its natural habitat is not something an amateur like myself get to record and appreciate all the time. Now chaps, I don't know about you, but after all we have shown you over the past few days, you have to agree with us, you need a serious set of balls to be small and survive around here. Right chaps, so we are at Kamkwa. Am I saying that right? Kamkwa?
Kamkwa, I think so.
We are Kamkwa, I think it's pronounced like that. It's another picnic spot here on the way to Mata from Twee Rivieren. We are about 56 kilometers or so away from Mata. If you're here, you're allowed to get out. They got bra facilities here. They got bathroom facilities. Really nice and neat as well. You mainly want shade here. It is so hot here. So a hat, SPF 50, and a good sense of humour. So this is your ablution. You got a toilet, and as you can see, it is clean. They do not have rubbish bins here. They ask you to take everything away. Time for ice cold beverage. Like I said, it's the middle of the day. Hope you've been enjoying it so far. Just before reaching Mata, these lazy fat lions were enjoying a snooze underneath a tree. Amazing to think we are actually going to camp almost right next to them.
Finally reaching Mata 6 hours after we left.
Again, another quick and effortless check-in before we go and check out their shop for some wood and a couple of extras. This shop is very well stocked, from ice cream to beer, and a great selection of meats for you to burn over your wood. There's some chalets around here. I think they said it's about 16 chalets and 20 campsites. Quick little personal input about the campsite here at Mata. By far less busy than Twee Rivieren. It is smaller, but it's got a nicer layout for us. It's the campsites are much bigger, as you can see over here. So all these brown from here, that's all ours. There's our bra bin, electrical points over there. So as you can see here we are. Plus we've got plenty of other space. So the ablution block's right over there. There's a very nice colour inside there, and the swimming pool is just across there. So being 4 o'clock, I think we've had enough of driving for today. We're going to go for a quick little goof over there and get ourselves wet and Maybe get a suntan or something. Not that I need any of that, but let's go have some fun, chaps. After a very refreshing swim, we enjoy the peace and tranquility of our camp and allowed the little gritters to entertain us. And what a spoil. Chaps, this place is just awesome. There's the bird hide here at Mata. Might be a bit too early to come and see what's going on here, but yeah. Chaps, no ons braai. So it's mid-morning. We haven't really seen much, and even though it's a bit of a late start for us. This is day 5 in Kgalagadi for us, and we've decided to take a small drive and then get back to the camp, and then see if we can do a night drive with the rangers tonight. So a quick stop at Kamkwa. You seem to be getting acquainted with this place. It's probably about 2 hours drive, stop and go from where we were this morning at Mata. But some sausage, some nice fresh home-made bread we got from the camp, and then we're off again, see what we can find for the last day here. After lunch we did not see anything and decided to head straight back to camp and rather get ready for the evening's game drive. But we would not be alone. We did not feed these little meerkats, but I can understand 100% why people would. Just look at them. And then there's the camp sergeant major, dressed all in black. Started our game drive for the evening, a 2.5 hour drive. I think it's 420 rand per person. And we've got the advantage of not worrying where to drive or how to drive. The driver does it for you, and hopefully it'll take us to some good sights. With everybody ready to take loads of pictures, being a passenger and enjoying views like this only makes doing this so well worth it. And the rangers always add that value to the outing with their knowledge of not just the animals and their behaviors, but the terrain and things that we would normally just overlook.
Okay, ek hoop gravel travels geniet die Kgalagadi, veral nou hier op die rooi duinsaal waar ons staan.
Bye, dankie. Thanks. With the daylight leaving quickly, we made use of this beautiful opportunity to take that Kalahari sunset pictures with many new faces as our experience just gets better. Soon the bright spotlights came out and the search for something we have not seen was on. And not long, our first sighting of a wildcat. We were told they have pups, but we could not see them. The spotted eagle owl. Now, we were lucky enough to see it earlier in the week, but not at night time. So seeing this really was a highlight for us in the evening. Good morning. It is our last morning here in the Kgalagadi. It's nice and cool. We've just woken up with a beautiful chirping of the birds in the background. It's 5 o'clock and we are moving towards Twee Rivieren gate to a place called Gurupan or Gurupan, which promises to be very exciting. There's some dune playing and all sorts of things, but that's the idea for this last day to end this adventure. But so we've come to the end of our trip at Kgalagadi, like we said earlier on. Babe, did we have a good time here?
We had an amazing time. It delivered 100% more than we expected, and I think our next trip is going to be booked as soon as we get home for Rooipits, Nosop and Polenswa.
Definitely. But yes, now it's off to the next adventure. Get the tires pumped quickly and then according for the road, and we're going to go play in the dunes, I think. Chaps, thanks for watching like always, and hope to see you guys out camping very soon. And don't go away too far, as the next adventure is about to start. It's wild, and the Hilux gets its first taster of proper red sand.